Hey YouTube, hope you guys can see me okay. This is Calvin Russell here, CEO and founder, 850 Club Credit Consultation. This is actually my first time I'm going to be using the whiteboard, okay? So, hopefully this video looks good. If not, I'm sure you guys will get the information because you guys will be able to hear me okay. So, let's get started. This is a video that we need to go viral, okay? The reason being is because this concept is actually what helped me pay off my student loans, okay? And I didn't even know that it wasn't me and my wife's plan to do it that way originally, but the extra income was enough to actually get us to a certain point to where we could use that extra income to actually pay off student loans. Now, you don't necessarily have to use this for student loans. You can use this for whatever. You can use this to pay off your car. You can use this to pay off other debts, or whatever. You can also use this to save money, and buy another home. We did that as well. So, but either way, this concept is just like is awesome. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not too blurry. If not, I mean, hey, as long as you guys can see the numbers, right? So let's get to it. How can you pay off your student loans? I'm talking about 60 grand worth of student loans in 5 years or less. Let's get to it. All right, so now the numbers that I use in this example was a mortgage price of $130,000. Okay, so now with me using that amount of money, all right, I know everyone watching this is going to be in different states. I'm gonna stop looking back at the camera because I don't know if I'm blurry or not. So, but this number is actually going to be I say it's an average, okay? So I live in Illinois, okay? So in Illinois, this is about the price that you would pay for a 2-unit building, okay? I'm just gonna put B because there's not enough room, okay? So either way, so it's a 2-unit building, okay? So when we're talking 2 units, of course, draw it out. I'm a horrible drawer, obviously. Almost like a birthday cake. There we go. Okay, now this is a 2-unit building. Okay, so that means that 2 families can live into one. I mean, into the one building. So you have your tenant here. So it's tenant, and then of course you have you. Okay, now the only way, well, the best way that you can do this is if you go with the FHA loan. Okay, that's FHA. Now, why do you want to go with FHA? Well, for one, with an FHA, you only have to put down 3.5%. Now, some lenders will actually let you, well, we'll get to interest rates a little bit later, but for the most part, this is what all you have to put down, okay? So, on a $130,000 building, all right, now, depending on where you guys live, it could be more, it could be less, and don't get me wrong, I've seen 2-unit buildings that cost a lot less, even in Illinois. It all depends on, what what condition you want it to be in, the square footage, things of that sort. Okay, so now if that's the case, that means that that amount of money comes down to $45.50 as a down payment. Now that's not a lot of money. Okay, so let's do the math on that, because I know a lot of people say things, oh, you know what, that sounds good, Calvin, but how can I come up with that as a down payment? Okay, so we're going to take that number, we're going to divide it by 12. Let's say it takes you a year to save up. That's $379 a year. I'm sorry, a month. Okay, come on. So you guys can easily do this. This can be done depending on how much you make and things of that sort. Okay, now you come up with that as a down payment. So that's 3.5% down payment. And that's 3.5% of the purchase price. So that's all you need to do that. Okay, now that's just a down payment. Okay, now you're also going to have your inspection costs. Every state's going to be different. Here in Illinois, it can range anywhere between $350 to about $400. It is a 2-unit building. Some people may charge less, whatever. Again, just kind of, it's going to be in that range. Then you're going to have your insurance. Now, depending on what state you live in, some may want the insurance at closing. So, but let's just say, if they want the insurance at closing, I will say an average is about $1,000 a month. I'm sorry, $1,000 a year. Okay, $1,000 a year. So they may want that at closing. Okay, and then of course you're going to have your attorney fee. And that can range anywhere from around, let's just say $450. I would say about $500, but everyone's, again, Everyone's state is going to be a little bit different. I hope you guys can see that. So now, with that being said, if you're at $450 with that plus that plus that, again, these are going to be up front. Okay, well, this is actually going to be the only. These are going to be the only thing that's up front. This you're going to need at closing. Now, there are some other costs associated with closing as well. That's why people ask for closing costs at the end. Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of money to do this. So you're looking at the entire down payment, okay, plus the inspection. Then, of course, this right here is the insurance. Now, the insurance can vary. You can go cheaper, or you can go a lot more. So this number, some of these numbers are actually exactly the numbers that I paid. I paid $350 for my inspection. My insurance was around $1,000, and that was for a 2-unit building. Okay, so again, you can go less coverage, more coverage. Your insurance person, kind of let you know about that. But all this is not due until closing, except for this part here. This, of course, the inspector is going to need that right away. Okay, so when they're actually looking at the property. Okay, so let's move on. So now this kind of money here is very quick to come up with. Okay, so now let's add this up if we want to. So we got the $45.50 plus, let's say, $350, and then of course plus another $1,000, and of course plus another $450. So you got about $63.50. Okay, now all of this, again, you don't have to come up with right away, but you're going to need the down payment in your account or from somewhere or from a gift or something. That way the bank can, of course, give you the loan. Okay, but you can't take out a loan to get another loan, but you can get a gift from someone. A gift is, of course, hey, mom and dad gave you something, friend gave you something, whatever. Someone gave this money to you and you have access to it. That can be an option, or you can just save it up. Okay, the insurance, that's going to be a part of closing. The attorney fee. There's also some other things I'm missing too. But to keep things simple, because you got taxes. Everyone's state's going to be a little bit different. But again, that's where the seller's going to come in, because they can pay. Most sellers will pay about 3% of your closing costs. Okay. Ooh, let's go ahead and write that over. Now, in most cases, this is going to cover about majority of this if you have your down payment ready to go. Okay. Now, of course, as long as these numbers are not too crazy, you may have to bring like an extra $1,000 or something like that. But it's not a lot of money to get involved in this. A lot of times people get a portion, at least something back from their taxes. They may get a bonus at their job, some overtime. Or if you make about $13, $14 an hour and you just save up money and don't go out with your friends or whatever for like a couple months, I'm telling you, this can actually be done. Here's the deal. Regardless of what you think, you're paying somebody's mortgage. Either if you're staying with your parents, you're helping them pay their mortgage, right? Or if you are in an apartment building, you're paying their mortgage. So you might as well pay your own mortgage. But watch where this goes, okay? Now let's just say, now did you get all this done? You get the building, okay? Which, by the way, I do have a webinar. I'll put the link down at the bottom that I just did recently on how to be, of course, the perfect landlord, how to find tenants fast. And I do have it. I do have that webinar link. I'll put it down at the bottom. It is a premium paid webinar. It's an hour and a half long, and I go over everything: how to find tenants, how to list your property, how to keep, what to do when your tenants are late. Everything is really. I'm telling you, it's the bomb. All right, I'll put that link down at the bottom. But for now, let's focus on this. Now you buy the building. Okay, so now that's where you live. Now, and of course, FHA. In order for them to give you this, because that's pretty much what FHA is. They give you a lower down payment requirement. Now you can go conventional, but just because of time, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. Just know all you need is 3.5% of the purchase price. Now, in order to get that 3.5%, it must be owner occupied, which means that you must live in the building. Now, just so you guys know, FHA will let you go up to 4 units. Okay, so now this is a 2-unit. So you're more than welcome to go 4 units if you want. But I'm going to keep it simple because I want people to see this and say, okay, this is something I can do. This is something that's realistic. We make the money. I don't want to hear anything about people don't make the money anymore. Everybody makes the money. At least you guys look like that on Instagram and Facebook nowadays. So, but let's be honest. Like, people, come on, this is chump change. Especially when you get in your 20s. And if you're not making money, quit your damn job and get another job that's paying more money. It's just that simple. There's no chains, there's no shackles. You can quit your job. If you're not making enough money, quit your job, get another job that's making more money. Or get 2 jobs, okay? You got to stop making excuses. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting in this debt forever. All right. So you got to be serious about this because this can be done. All right. So now, that's my rant. So now you got the 2-unit building. Okay. So now we're going to make this into a bigger example over here. Okay. So now, all right, I'm not going to draw the roof. I'm just put the door. Okay. Now, this is where you live. Okay. Now, on these numbers, using $1,000 a year. Now, by the way, the app that I use is the Quicken Mortgage calculator. You guys are more than welcome to use that. I don't get paid to promote them or nothing like that. Basic things. I like this. Okay. Because the reason why I like the app is because it has the PMI in there. The PMI is this is a separate insurance that FHA requires, and it's usually about around 1% of the purchase price. Okay, and so in this case, there will only be, so if we're going off these numbers, then your PMI is going to be around 5750. That's going to be per month. And again, if I lose you on these numbers, you can just put your own numbers in here. Okay, so this is, of course, for the PMI, and that the PMI is because you're going FHA. Anytime you put down less than 20% to purchase a home, you're going to have PMI. It's just what it is. Okay, so but the reason why that's important is because you have this as the purchase price. So we're going to put price. And let's just say you bought it at that. Okay, then of course you got the down. So that's what you putting that as a down payment. If we go 30 years, so I'll put the numbers over here. So if we go 30 years, oh wait. So 30 years at that price, so 130,000. Okay, and then we have an insurance. Okay, so to keep the numbers easy, we're just gonna say instead of 933, we'll just say 1,000 a month. We're gonna speed this up. Okay, now let's just say, because now that's your mortgage per month. Now let's just say you have your tenants pay 1,000 a month. Okay, so now you're already paying this. You're gonna pay 1,000 a month anyway. So now what most people do is you can live mortgage free. So that right there I just showed you, that's how you can live mortgage free. Okay, so now that helps though, because remember, before this point, you're either paying rent, you're either paying a mortgage, well, I'm sorry, well, you're paying somebody else's mortgage if you're paying rent, or if you're staying with your parents, you're helping them pay their mortgage. Either way, you're paying a living expense. In most cases, most people are paying a living expense. Now watch this. Now, so since you're saving that amount of money, you can do yourself $1,000 a month, because remember, this is already paid for from your tenant. You can do $1,000 a month towards your student loans. Now, granted, you can do this method for anything you want, okay? But let's just say that your student loans are, let's say, about 60 grand. Okay? So now, if your student loans, we're going to kind of block this out. If your student loans are about 60 grand, okay, it's going to take you about 60 months. And that's 5 years. Now, for all of you dislikers, because I know I'm going to get some, you guys are probably like, well, what about the interest rate, things of that sort? Most student loans are around an interest rate of about 6%. Okay? So, now, of course, now here's nothing, too, that I want you guys to think about. When my student loans got down to about 9 or 10 grand, about 9,000 and some change, I called them and I said, hey, listen, is there any way for me to just do like a settlement and be done with it? She says, yeah, if you pay us like, I think the number was like around 5,800, 5,700. That saved me about a little bit over 4 grand. So you guys can do that too. And think about it. As you're paying them this, you know, if you just pay like, you know, let's just say you just pay the normal monthly payment that they want you to pay. Let's say $500, $600, whatever that number is, and you save the difference. Okay, let's just say your student loans are $600 a month, but you got $1,000 a month that you can pay. You can put that extra $400 towards it, and you can still accomplish this in 5 years. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking, well, Calvin, what if my loans are $120,000 total? Okay, well, this is going to take you a little bit longer. So it'll take you 120 months, and of course, you're talking 10 years. Now, some of you guys are probably like, well, Calvin, you know what? Let's be real. You know, I don't have that kind of time to, you know, to actually pay this type of student loan process. No problem. Then just go with the way they want you to do it and end up doing it for like 25 to 30 years. Some of you all are paying so less in student loans that your loans are going to outlive you. Now, just so you guys know, student loans have no collateral. So like when you are late on your mortgage, they can come take the house, okay? And of course, if you're late on your car and, you're missing payments on that, they'll come take the car. They can't come take your degree, okay? So I'm not saying don't pay your student loans. My point is that they're going to take your tax money. They will get paid. You better believe they will get paid. So now this right here is just more than just student loans. I'm just showing you guys how simple that was, how easy, that's achievable. We can save this amount of money. The down payment, an inspection, now the insurance and the taxes, all this stuff that these numbers here, except for this number, because you paid that up front, you paid that at closing, remember? All these numbers here are in this monthly payment. That's in that monthly payment. So this is nothing more. Now, of course, that's not including your utilities and stuff like that. If you guys really want to get like, every single number, but this is majority of everything. Okay. So you start talking about cable, internet, water bill, light bill, gas bill, whatever, all that type of stuff. Yes, you're going to have a little bit there, but come on, this is realistic. A lot of people are paying that per month. Now, for some of my clients, I'm sorry, not my clients. Well, I do have clients down south. But for a lot of people that's watching this is down south, you'll probably say, well, Calvin, I don't pay that per month. Okay, well, your student loans may not be around that, but again, your time frame may be just a little bit different. But this is something that you really can do. But I want you guys to watch this. Pay attention. In 30 years, once this house is paid off, you're now making over $1,000 a month. Okay, and now that's income. All right. So now that's $12,000 a year. Extra income. Now, what happens if you buy more buildings and things of that sort? That's more of a real estate webinar, but this is basic things, okay? All it is qualifying for an FHA loan. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking, well, Calvin, how much money do I need to make to qualify for an FHA loan? It's all debt to income, okay? If you got this amount of student loans and you're making about $15 an hour, $14 an hour, and depending on your other debts, which most people don't necessarily have that many other debts, they either got a couple, 1 or 2 credit cards. I'm talking about millennials. Millennials, if they got this amount of student loan debt, on average, it's based on what I've seen. On average, they got a car note that's maybe $300 a month or whatever. Either way, you can get approved. And now you're probably saying, well, Calvin, I tried to get approved for a mortgage and I got denied. That was one lender. Or maybe your score was too low. Now that's another thing too. You have to have a 620 mortgage score 4. Okay, I will show you how to improve your score. All of my clients that are that I'm making game plans for, their scores are improving. 620 is easy, but it's easier if you're working with someone that knows specifically what you need to do to improve your credit score. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Some people are going to like it. Some people are not going to like it. Here's the deal. Some people may not like this because this takes work. Okay, but not a lot of work. You're going to be staying somewhere anyway. But a plan like this is ready for you to have a family, have kids, a job change. Something like this is realistic. It's realistic. And if you don't think it's realistic, ask your landlord, because he's most definitely paying off his mortgage because of you. All right. So either way, listen, thank you guys so much. I got a lot more videos coming up like this where I'm going to be breaking stuff down. I know it's kind of everywhere. You guys know my videos. If you guys subscribe to me, I'm kind of everywhere in my videos too. But again, this is something that me and my wife did. I'm telling you, it's just that simple. I still have this building. Okay. I no longer live there. And now I have a tenant right there and right there. They're both paying $1,000 a month. That's over $24,000 a year. I'm not bragging or boasting. But from a college dropout, now, even when I left college, I still had about $18,000. I was paying monthly, brought it down to about 10 grand. I said, okay, this is just really irritating. How can I just throw money at this and be done with it? And when I came up with this concept, I'm like, oh my God, I saved up this money and I didn't even know it. We were doing this and I didn't even know it until I thought about it. So again, if you guys want, I can show you how to do this on a personal level for you. For you, I can show you how to do this step by step. All you have to do is become a client of mine. And again, if not, just keep watching videos or whatever. But I'm telling you, I can help you improve your score and I can walk you through this process. Now, there are a lot of people that I've heard on YouTube giving credit advice, things of that sort, but not many of them are homeowners. Not many of them are real estate investors. Not many of them are. See, this is my story. I'm telling you guys this. Like 90% of these numbers are my own numbers. I'm saying that to say that a person can't show you how to do something that they've never really done. It won't be that accurate. It's just like that guy that it's just like your your guy friend that can't keep a girlfriend, but he's always giving relationship advice. Or ladies, that could be also like your friend that's a girl who's always giving relationship advice, but she can't keep a man. And you're getting them, that's the same thing you guys are doing when you're listening to credit people. You're trying to buy a house and they don't own a house. They're preparing you to improve your score, but can they walk you through the home buying process? I can do that. Can they walk you through how to get tenants and how to be a good landlord? I can walk you through that. Well, how? Because I've done it myself. So thank you guys so much. Thanks again for watching another video. Make sure, if you like this video, like it. You want to subscribe, make sure you subscribe. And of course, you guys know people that need this information. So let's share it. Let's share the knowledge. Let's get the wealth out there. Let's make it happen. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon.